right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fox.
Mr. Neon Fox, we're here for another fun episode. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. I saw the Midnight last week, and that was very exciting.
Aren't they awesome?
Yeah, they were great. They played a lot of great stuff. They played a lot of stuff that I didn't think they were going to play. They played Neon Medusa, and that was just off the hook. I mean, it was really good. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's great that we can actually go out and see shows.
What'd you think of the opening band, Nightly?
Nightly was great. Yep, got that poppy, synthy kind of vibe to it. Yeah, I dug them as well. In fact, the other people that played along with the Midnight are who?
Nightly, wasn't it?
Well, no, they actually play with the
Oh,
band.
yeah. So, yeah, the saxophonist and
And the two people from... help us out in the chats.
yeah, the girl on the guitar.
Yes.
The vocals, yeah.
If you guys know, I know Hannah B knows, but she's probably already there hanging out with the crew. But yeah, we'll think of it. This is Dennis unprepared again for another show. And, there's so many bands out there. But, we do have a great artist. I don't want to say band. I guess he's more of a producer. But, yeah, lots of great stuff here tonight, Jules. We got a lot of songs. A lot of great producers, bands, a little bit of everything, really.
Yep.
How do we pull this off?
I don't know. We're just going to have to play more music. Oh, no.
Indeed. I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and let's just go ahead into our top story real quick and see what we got here. Top story.
Oh, you know what? Wait. Before we do that.
Oh, what?
I just want to say, we led off the show with a track from Jacket and Grey Stars. It was called Take My Light by... I know. From Jacket and Grey Stars. It was the Van Duran remix.
Fantastic stuff.
Van Duran is getting yanked by synthwave left, right, and center.
I know. They're like just all over the place, and he's just a masterful producer, great guy. If you guys have any mastering work you need done, just toss it over to Van if he's free. I know he's been very, very busy lately. But yeah, so check that out. Go out to your band camps and pick that bad boy up. All right.
Yep. You'll find it on the jacketsynthwave.bandcamp.com.
That's it. All right. Are we ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Top story of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, New Retro Wave embarks on a new movie project. Yep. NRW, everyone's favorite video upload channel, has recently announced that they will be starting up a cool new movie studio. Jules, what is this all about? I don't even know. What do you think?
They're going to make feature-length movies out of their YouTube snippets.
Like just like all the campy B movies, the culty vibe. I think that's what they're going for. I think they're going for all those, those really cool cult movies that, you just put out there. And but I don't know. We're just speculating at this point. We're speculating on ideas.
If it means more Jennifer Connelly, sure, I'm all game.
Yes, we're going to digitize Jennifer Connelly into the movie, because I don't know if they have that much of a budget, but we'll see. You never know. 10 surprises me sometimes over at New Retro Wave. He is just a burst of energy. And I tell you what, we do have a little bit on the story, so what I would like to do is to pass this on over to our very own Kitty Cabootle. Kitty Cabootle, are you out there?
Good evening, Dennis. This is Kitty Cabootle here to talk about a brand new venture from the people behind the incredibly popular YouTube channel, New Retro Wave. This new venture just happens to be a fully fledged movie studio called Oligen Pictures. We don't know much about it, but if New Retro Wave is behind it, it's going to be something we're all going to love. And if you're having trouble hearing me, it's because Stan, Tatyana, and I are currently on top of the roof of Oligen Pictures studio, and honestly, it's pretty windy up here.
Yeah, Dennis. Tatyana had this idea of rappelling down the side of the building in hopes to get a closer look at what's going on inside. This time around, I even brought a video camera to see if we can get a little behind-the-scenes footage. Tatyana, I think I'm ready for you to lower the rope. This thing's gonna be strong enough, right?
Да, оно очень крепкое. В России мы используем его, чтобы спускать медведей в озеро.
If it's good enough for bears, then it's good enough for me. Dennis, I'm slowly being lowered to a ledge down below. If we're lucky, we'll be able to get a good angle so we can transmit exclusive footage from inside the studio. Tatyana, another 10 feet should do the trick. Okay, looks like I can drop to this lower part of the roof and get a good look inside the skylight. Ugh. Okay, I'm now ready to point the camera in. Wait, Dennis, you're not gonna believe this. This is incredible. the entire room is one giant green screen. And wait, is that a full-scale replica of a giant squid farm? And would you look at the jaws of that thing? It seems some type of teaching box. Jackhammering up with those laser...
Сигнал прерывается. Стэн, тебе нужно подойти ближе к маяку.
The frequency this thing is putting out is immense. I sure hope that it doesn't interfere with this video feed. Wow, what a treat! I think that's about it, though. Go ahead and bring me back up, and let's get out of here! Did you guys get all that?
Окей, но у нас тут плохие новости.
The broadcast broke up the minute you hit the ledge. Something killed the video feed. Did you at least see any movie stars down there?
Kill the stars? Video? Wait a minute. My memory is starting to come back to me. Vosto gave me another message to enter into Dr. Schultz's terminal. The message is... Video killed the radio star. Wait, are we still on the air?
Well, yeah, why?
Вау. Неужели это одно из сообщений, которые Восту должен прочитать в прошлом, чтобы справиться с миссией и вернуться в настоящее?
You bet it is. We need to enter the code words "Video killed the radio star" into the terminal as soon as possible. Since we won't have time to get to the terminal, perhaps some of our listeners can help out.
Hopefully they can, Stan. And as for this movie studio, this definitely seems like a story we will need a follow-up on. In the meantime, let's see if we can recover whatever we can from the video backup tape. Dennis, that's about all we have for now. If there's a break in this story, we'll be the first to let you know. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Kitty.
Da.
Da. Yes, indeed. Yes, so I'm really, really psyched. I can't wait to get more information. I don't know, maybe they can send us some information. We can kind of talk a little bit more about these studios, because that is always fun.
Even better, maybe they can feature you and I in a movie.
That would, oh my God, that would be amazing. Oh my God, they could like blue screen me, like out of my like this room is just trash. Like this whole like this makeshift studio that I have, it's like trash. But they can green screen me. I could be anywhere, Jules. I can be like on a planet, or I could be like in a space shuttle.
They could green screen out my cat litter that's next to me.
It's fantastic. Yes. We're off on a good start, Jules. Very good start. All right.
Let's
yeah.
Want to do a quick shout out to the chats?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, hey, if you're tuned in, thank you very much. And we highly recommend you pop into the chats, whether it's IRC on the nightride.fm website or in the YouTube chats, because we are live. We want to shout out your name. I want a quick shout out to Mr. Craig Packman.
Yay.
All the way from Perth. It was his birthday on Sunday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And let's see, who else? We've got Mr. 3, as well as OK Solution 8, Alexis Neon, Lord Pigger, Cal L. Jagger. We're going to be hearing a single from her later on. We've got Thetan Bait, Le Perv.
Is that Rex Balls?
Yeah, no, I
think it is.
And then we got Nate Beta. And we've got Karen tuned in as well.
Nice.
She's making dinner for the family, so we're on in the background.
Nice, that'll work.
Bon appetit. We've also got Johnny 5 and also Jonny Fallout. Don't confuse the two. I already did.
Too many Johnnies.
Our guest Jonny Fallout, as well as Jack Attack and Blake Carpenter, aka King Blake. Foxy's there. Honk is there.
Hey, I know that guy.
And our friend Mr. System Glitch, Le Baby.
Well, very good. It sounds like we got a lot of people, and if you are lurking, just listening in, all you got to do is just pop your head in, and if you're in the IRC, anything you type, that is going to be your first name. If you're new to the show, please, please, please jump out and say hi. Say, I am new to the show, because we want to find out some of our new listeners, because it's always exciting to, know that people are listening that, I don't know, are new friends. We like making new friends.
Even if you're in the middle of a video game, hit pause.
Hit pause, yeah.
Everybody hates their parents when you're playing online.
Yeah.
And you gotta like, and your mom's like, come on, it's dinner time. Just hit pause. You can't. I'm online.
Right. Online never stops. It never sleeps, you know?
Yeah, just like us.
It's just like, exactly. So we play the next song, right? Is that the next part?
Yeah, we should. Ooh, this is
This is the Ultra Boss.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's always good when Rosso Corsa Records gives you the green light to play some music.
Yes, indeed.
So,
I love me some Ultra Boss.
Ultra Boss. He known for his guitar work.
Yeah.
And pretty epic sounding music. His new album is called Yacht Master.
Nice.
And it's out on Rosso Corsa Records, and it's a little bit of a departure from his previous works. This one's got more of that like 80s contemporary rock sound with like vocals, no less. So yeah, from the album Yacht Master, this is Where the People Dance by Ultra Boss, right here on Night Ride FM.
In the middle of this twisting on the
And once again, that was Where the People Dance by Ultra Boss. I love that tune, man.
Oh my god, the whole album is like that. And you know what? King Blake hit it right on the nail. It's kind of like Rick Springfield or Richard Marx, a little bit of the two.
Yeah.
Mixed in.
Indeed.
Now, I was looking on the album, like on the Bandcamp page. I can't figure out who's doing the vocals, if that's Ultra Boss himself.
Wow, if it is, that's pretty good. I mean, he's known for his guitar playing, but if he could sing like that too, holy crap. That's like a double threat.
I know he's got help on production with by the artist Tilt Wild.
Okay.
Tilt Wild, but I think so. Ultra Boss by day does like professional music production for, I don't know, movies, commercials, something like that. So,
well, look at that.
Yeah.
Very good.
You know what? A quick shout out before we bring our guest on. A quick shout out to Night Razor, who's joined the chat, as well as Razor Sharp over in YouTube, and we've got a new listener, Frozen Broccoli Juice.
Yes, I've seen him everywhere. He's on the YouTube.
There you go.
He was on the Night Ride FM YouTube, and then he was on the. Do you know we have a new YouTube, Jules?
I saw all the copyright strikes.
They weren't strikes.
My email was filled with them.
They weren't strikes. They were.
Well, yeah.
We
challenged it. We won.
We challenged, and we are victorious. And it's. I can't even think of the name. I want to say Business Wave, but it's not. It's Data Wave.
Data Wave stuff to listen to while you're programming.
Yes. In fact, I tell you what, man, I could not stop listening to that today. It was like my new favorite station. I mean, even over Night Ride FM, it was just so chill and glitchy. I like the glitchy. It's glitchy. It's fun. Anyway.
You know what? I'm going to put a link to the Data Wave FM.
Data Wave.
At this point, we're going to be like having 1,000 YouTube channels. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if we're streaming live on YouTube yet, but if you guys want to check it out, you can always go to nightride.fm and just click on the tab that is newly added for Data Wave, and you crunch all your pixels and, hackers and...
We just got a correction. We assumed Frozen Broccoli Juice was a he, but no, 'tis a she.
Yes! Nice! This is what I love, Jules. It's all about meeting new people, and I love it when actually
and getting their genders wrong.
And getting their... No. Well, hey, my mom told me that all strangers are strangers until they're friends. And once we find out their name and, I don't know, their gender and the fact that they like synthwave, they're friends.
We're starting to sound like Sesame Street. All right.
I'll be Grover. All right, let's do an interview.
Damn right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get very serious now because we are having one of my favorite artists from his album that he just put out is incredible, and he's working on new music and just he's all over the place at this time. He just got signed up with new Retro Reverb Records, one of the Revers, and let's just bring him on right now, ladies and gentlemen. Jonny Fallout.
Hey, it's awesome to be here, guys.
I just messed up.
Welcome.
I messed up genders. I messed up record labels. What else can I mess up?
No, it's perfect.
Mess up the name of our own radio station.
You're perfect just the way you are, Dennis.
I try. I can be forever.
Yeah, we are turning into Sesame Street.
We are indeed.
Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to listen to this show.
Do we have a letter of the day? That's what I want to know. If we have a letter of the day, what do you think it should be? If you guys want to type it out in the chat, we'll really make it into Sesame Street, and then we'll, I guess, say the letter. And what do? They play a cartoon or something. Jules, I just realized that this chair, I got this new leather chair, and I got a Neon Fox chair that's got the squeaky leather. And now I'm regretting getting this chair. I'm sorry.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to the show, Jonny. This is the state of sin.
I'm glad to be here. This is awesome.
Let's talk about you, man, because you are all over the place.
Let's talk about your chair. Does it squeak?
Does your chair squeak?
No, it doesn't. It's actually, it's a hardback chair. It's fine. No squeaking.
That's what I had before. I had the hardback chairs because, they handle a little bit better. You don't break them. I bought a cheap chair. It's actually a gaming chair. It's a leather gaming chair. I got it at Goodwill for $14, and it's amazing. Then I realized though that it was kind of like given away for a reason because it's like kind of wonky. And you sit on it, and like at one point,
it was filled with contraband.
Oh my god! I was sitting in it, and the whole thing just went like crunch, and the whole front part of it just kind of like sat forward.
Oh no!
And I'm like, this isn't good. So I need to fix it, I think, or maybe just get a real chair like a big boy, and stop buying trash.
It was worth a shot.
It was. I bought a
$14 bet.
2 weeks ago, I bought a TV, a 4K TV for $60.
And how did that work out?
It was great until like 10 minutes into a television program, and it would just shut off. Like, okay, I'm done. But then you know what? Here's the thing. You can't get your money back when you buy from places like that. They give you credit. And I was like, what the hell am I going to spend $60 on at Goodwill? There's like nothing that I want to buy at Goodwill that's $60 except for that TV that was broken. So
you're 2 for 2.
I am 2 for 2. It's not been a good run. It really hasn't. Now all we got now is I got music in my life. That's all I got. I got a broken chair and a broken TV, but the music's good, so I can't complain. All right, let's talk about, I don't even know where to start, man. Let's talk about, first of all, I want to give a quick shout out to all the people that were involved in a wonderful album called Terrible Investments.
Yes, Terrible Investments.
We talked about that a while
ago.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic project. Shout out to Zitty Lights for coordinating that. That was our pandemic savior right there. That kept us sane.
It was a really cool project. In fact, you guys really, honestly, you really pulled out all the stops with this vinyl. We did like a little bit on it too. We had Ryan Holt talking about the album, and he gave it a thumbs up. So that means it's got to be good. The music's great, but also like the quality is just so great. The vinyl, the actual vinyl itself is, I don't know, like my vinyl, but it's a heavy plastic. Like
and it was mastered by Dynatron.
There you go.
So sounds great. La Avenue did the artwork on it, and there's a cheeky story on the back, mostly written by Zitty Lights, and it was a group effort, but lots of reasons to pick up Terrible Investments from Polyphonic Underground.
Yeah, you know what? I'm posting a link. It's polyphonicunderground.com.
Yep.
You can also find the vinyl for order on several of the artists' Bandcamp pages.
It's a great buy. It really is. It's good quality, and the best thing about it, you could put it up on your wall, and it's like, you know Lavenue. I mean, people would just straight up buy his art and just put it on the wall. You could put this vinyl up on the wall, and it's like a piece of art.
It really brought like the 10 of us together in a nice way. Built, some cross-continental friendships. Turbo Vice sort of brought us all together. He didn't end up on the album itself, but he kind of put out a call to see who would be interested in putting out some vinyl. So it was just a really positive synth fam community experience with like a global set of artists that really couldn't ask for anything more.
The thing I like about it is each song is done by a different artist, which is really cool. I don't really know many vinyl that you can buy that was like such a collaborative effort that had so many people on the project. Like, I just think that's like amazing that you guys all came together with your own individual sounds. I think you have the last spot. You were on like the B side at the very last song, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm batting cleanup there.
But I love it. I love your stuff. Your stuff is like, to me, it's got a lot of warmth, which is great. It's got like that dancey, I don't want to say EDM-y, but it's clubbish, but it's also like the aesthetics is cool. Like, I love that you were kind of going with this, like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I would love to hear you describe it. But I think of it as like if Cyberpunk did like a love album, like a love album in Cyberpunk world. Like,
that's a good way of putting it. And you can, the influences are all there. The EDM, house, club music, obviously synthwave. You can hear, hopefully in some of the tracks at least, you can hear my 80s childhood coming through, especially in the more of the ballad type songs. And I don't know, I generally speaking just love electronic music, whether it's drum and bass or dubstep, EDM, house music, you name it. I've probably been staying out till morning at some club watching it. So
that's a perfect segue into this question. When did you get started making the music?
Yeah, so in the 90s, in Boston, in Kendall Square, it used to be, before it became this biotech haven, it was a bunch of warehouses. And my buddy was working at a lab that was part of the Kendall Square area, and we had access to this warehouse. So we built a sort of a studio in the warehouse, which was empty. We ran extension cords from the lab so we could power it, and then we'd go out to the clubs, and then we'd get back at like 2 a.m, and we'd be like, all right, it's time to record stuff. So and we just had all these synths on all these A-frames and like horrible old sequencers, lots of reel-to-reel tape, the deal. And so yeah, it was a great time. And then at about 7 a.m, he'd drop me off at our apartment, and I'd sleep, and he'd go back into the lab and do his work. So
not gonna lie, this sounds exactly like Von Kaiser. I went to see them, like their studio is in a warehouse, and those guys, they don't stop partying.
That's incredible.
Their studio they've got like a little, I don't know, chill pad in their studio and all that. So with a fridge stocked with booze.
So now that it's in a warehouse, like, did you also have the idea, like, okay, we're gonna make the music in the warehouse, and then like I mean, you're in a warehouse in the 90s, like, and you're like, making EDM-y type of stuff. Did you just like say like, okay, it's rave time, and like bring everyone in and crank up the bass?
I mean, we'd have friends come. We never went full like party scene. I think we were too paranoid about our synths, actually. I think we loved them too much and didn't want them soaked in beer and other liquids. So,
oh my God, that would be terrible. Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting beer spilled on just a valuable piece of equipment. It's like,
you need your gig gear that can get trashed by folks who are having a good time. So you that can't be your studio gear, though. You'll regret it.
Yeah, indeed. All right, so let's play some music. I really want to play some music. So we're going to play, I guess, why don't we drop a track for, what do we got, Jules? You want to go ahead and set it up?
I was going to ask Johnny about, the last single that you have on your Bandcamp page, it's called Wait For Me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so one thing I was curious about, who do you get to do vocals? Where do you find the vocals?
Yeah,
or is that you?
No, I can't sing like that. So coming from EDM sort of DJing background, I use a lot of vocal samples and loops. I also work with vocalists too. In this case, I put together a series of samples that sort of made lyrical sense together, and treated them the same or tried, to make it sound continuous. So really, those are our samples that I've assembled into some kind of vocal story, hopefully.
Wow, nice.
And this track, if you look at the little liners on the Bandcamp, this was mastered by Jacket.
Hey, yeah. Jacket, nice.
Love working with Jacket.
We know that guy.
He's great. I learned a ton, working with him, and he's actually, working with me on Cybertherial too. So
very exciting. All right, let's give it a spin. I'm very excited to play this one. Jules, you want to go ahead and set this one up here?
Right. So his latest single on Bandcamp, and I guess it's on Spotify and everything. This is Jonny Fallout with "Wait for Me," End of Time, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Wait For Me, End of Time by Jonny Fallout. I love that track, and I tell you what, I wouldn't have even known. We were actually discussing off air about the vocals, and again, you just kind of chopped and screwed a bunch of vocals, put it all together, and cleaned it up and made it into
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, I think I was mentioning that, it's pretty standard fare when you're writing house music, maybe to grab a sample loop here and there and make that the vocal instrument for your track. And I thought, hey, if I can blend some of these together into some kind of narrative that makes sense, then all of a sudden I have this vocal track. And so I'm also a trained jazz musician, so I'm working in these live environments with vocalists all the time.
Oh wow.
And making the music sort of match what the vocalist is doing, right? So whether it's to fit in their range or just because they're dropping bars here and there, you have to sort of make the vocalist sound good. So it's just like a natural thing to say, like, okay, I've got this vocal track, what do I do with it? How can I make this sound like it was more intentional and meant to be this way? So that was the genesis of some of the songs that you've heard.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So you know what? That leads me to, we were talking about Cybertherial. I want to talk about that album. First of all, a quick shout out to Tech Elder, who's in the IRC chat.
Hey, shout out.
I missed a shout out there earlier. But yeah, so Cybertherial, that was released in November, right?
Yeah. It's funny. I was living with those tracks for so long. I mean, it feels like the end of a 2-year adventure. But yes, it did sort of finally become public facing in November. But some of it, like I was writing one of those songs on an airplane to Japan, and everybody else was asleep, and of course I'm stupid and I'm not gonna sleep on an overnight flight. I'm going to try to produce some music because hey, it's nice and quiet. So imagine this dark plane with hundreds of seats, and there's one idiot with his laptop light on, this glowing in the center of the plane.
You're that guy. You were that guy.
And here I am, writing. It was actually the last track.
Magic Love.
Yeah, Magic Love. That on my way to Tokyo, and I was writing
that leads me. That makes me wonder. The album is mastered by Zenon.
Yes.
Now he was over in Tokyo. Were you flying to see him?
I was not. It's funny. That's just a coincidence that he happened to be over there. But yeah, that was a tremendous process working with him to put that together, and it really sort of solidified the sound and made it cohesive across all the tracks. And I don't know, it was a great experience. We've done some work since. Actually, for there was a Ukrainian benefit album that we he mastered a track for me on that as well. So yeah, awesome, does tremendous work.
And that was a really cool thing too. I know I forget the name of the track, but it was great. It was a great track, and it was to help the people in Ukraine. And it's really the time for things like that.
Been a couple of artists who have dropped some really cool tracks in support of the.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good that people can do what they do to do anything to help out the situation, and make things just a little bit better. And kudos to you for doing that. What really gave you the idea? You just came up with it and said, I'm going to do it, or did someone suggest it?
Yeah, so Binaural Space actually put together, I think it's a double album. So it's yellow and blue, and then blue and yellow is the other one.
That's right. Yeah.
So if you go to his Bandcamp, I believe you can still pick that up, and it's all goes to humanitarian relief for the Ukrainian people. And I think he put that all together in like a little over a week. It was crazy.
Wow.
Like he busted his ass to get that out. I was really admirable, and I was glad that I was able to take part in that.
There we go. I've posted the links. You'll find it at binaural-space.bandcamp.com, and as you said, 2 compilations. Blue and yellow, yellow and blue.
Very good. Amazing.
Slava Ukraini.
Yeah, it's all about helping people out, Now, I did want to dig into a little bit about some of the stuff that you use musically, because I know that you are, again, you have this like unique sound. To me, it's like, it reminds me of like that old 90s club music, like I mentioned before. Is there any like instruments, synths, patches, anything, doll that, if you had to take like one thing with you on an island and just like live out and make music with that one thing, do you have anything that you gravitate to?
So, yeah, I mean, I do a lot of my, production work in Logic. So,
take a note. He's in the Logic camp. We'll just
so I really love, and this is sort of common, but I really love Massive from Native Instruments. I think it's been used quite a bit by electronic musicians, and it's it's not the they have Massive X is the latest version, but I've just been using a lot of Massive synths for things. I like there's a ton of like open source synths that I like as well. There's one that I'm using right now that has this really interesting way of synthesizing. It's called Nettle. It was one of the winners of a development contest for a synth software site. So I just sort of picked it up. It was it was free. There's so many good sort of open source synths that you can use. On the hardware side, I use a lot of Roland stuff, and then I have various keyboard controllers and things like that. But
nice.
I tend to spend way too much of my time looking at soft synths and poking around. Late at night, trying to come up with interesting sounds. So that's
it's got to be crazy
that's
nowadays.
What I'm doing
nowadays. I feel like you can because you can get any sound you want out of a synth. It's really, the sky is the limit. I mean, you could just like mix it and blend it and just go nuts. And to me, I would get like, I don't know, I would get so overwhelmed. I don't know if I could do it. Like, to me, I like it, keep it simple. Like, you just, I'm a DJ, so I have, I got my software. I got this. I just play the song. That's it.
Press play.
Like, like it is going to sound exactly like it's gonna sound every single time I play it, and I love it or I don't. I play it or I don't. But
talking about it, you've got the little knobs, the little
it's true.
It's
stuff. True. I can apply my whatever's with a color filter.
Add a gator effect.
Yeah. All right. So I just made all that stuff up. But yeah, so great stuff. We love the album. It is amazing, and I would love to just drop another track. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, because I'm always like just wanting to jump ahead to play the next song, and just because I love the music, man.
Hey, well, okay.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, let's have a little quick. You can give us a little bit of info on this.
Yes.
Next track, "Don't Leave." It's from the EP "Lights in the Sky," which was April. Yeah, April last year.
Yeah. So I mean, that one really came out of, I think. So the full title is "Don't Leave When You're Sad," and I think for a lot of us, it was just has been a weird time over the past couple years, whether you're feeling isolated or just like distanced from other people. So I think this song was trying to put sort of the positive encouragement to keep going, even if you were feeling down about the situation you were in. So that's kind of kind of what the song's about.
Well, that's cool. It's good to have a nice positive spin on things, and I know after the past couple years we've had, you gotta do something, or else you're gonna go crazy. So let's go ahead and drop it here. Once again, this is "Don't Leave When You're Sad," and this is by Jonny Fallout. You're listening to it right here on Night Ride FM. And once again, that was "Don't Leave When You're Sad" by Jonny Fallout. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Beautiful song. It's too short.
I love that track. And wait a minute. This song, was this a vocalist? No. This was a vocalist. I can't tell. I can't tell what's a vocalist and what you like. Where do you find, like, where? What? How do you do this?
I mean, there's so I think, all the way back to even all the way back to, when I was doing music production classes in college, doing lots of crate digging. So I mean, now you can do a lot of sample crate digging online and finding whether you're looking for open source stuff or you're just finding samples or loops or what have you. But that's like something I legitimately enjoy doing is trying to find interesting sounds, interesting vocals, cool loops.
Do you snatch them from other songs or? Because
in
foreign vocals, that's like lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much out there. I mean, and it's all totally legit.
Sure. I'm not saying it's disingenuous.
Wait, that was Janet Jackson, wasn't
it? No, I'm not stripping out some. Although you can do that, it's easy enough to do.
Yeah.
But no, there's so much online now. There's so many places you can get loops that it's. Really, I mean, you can find what you're looking for if you dig
That's
hard
incredible.
enough.
And I know there are sites out there that that provide vocals and snippets that you can use, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Little chop shops. Go and grab your samples. And
I mean,
snares.
There's producers who make a living, doing that. In fact, that's sort of the bench now for labels to find great producers. They look and see what samples they're releasing.
I know Michael Oakley does that.
That's incredible. Well, look at that. I learn something new every time I do one of these shows, and regardless of where you found the vocals, it's phenomenal stuff. I love it. And did you ever think about getting on board a real I don't want to say a real vocalist, because I mean your stuff is as real as anything else, but working with someone to write lyrics and everything like that, or it's not broken, don't fix it.
I've got sort of this next set of projects coming up, so lining up vocalists to work with on his songs. And it's funny because I played in rock bands and industrial bands and things like that, so it's funny to me that I'm so used to working with live players that the electronic stuff is just kind of another way to look at things for me. So I don't see as much of a, I don't know, when I'm thinking okay, I'm going to get a guitarist to do this, or I'm going to use a guitar sample, or I'm going to play guitar myself and then just try to process the heck out of it so it doesn't sound so it doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
There are so many ways that you can tackle these things and try to get the sounds that you want.
That's great. I love it's kind of to me, it reminds me of the old days of the digging through crates, for the hip hop tracks, but you're just doing it in more of a EDM club / synthwave, whatever, you're kind of spanning a few genres, which is, I think, the thing I like the best about your music. And it seems to be the thing I like about all music that just spans all the genres, that has this synthwave influence, but I like the fact that it doesn't sound the same as everything else, and it's just unique samples, unique sounds, and the fact that you just kind of put it all together and build this cool thing with, it's almost like a mosaic in a way, which I think is neat.
I think so. When I was much younger, I was really into progressive rock, so Genesis, King Crimson, all those bands, and they put together so many different sounds, and usually extremely long, epic soundtracks. There's this Genesis song I love that's over 20 minutes long, and so this idea that you can just pull from wherever the heck you want, and put it into this progressive sounding piece that's kind of a something I feel like I can do that. I feel like I can take from wherever I want, right. and I don't necessarily need to be adherent to a particular sound. So that's a huge problem when you're trying to describe what you're doing, and it's also a huge problem when you have to start editing, because it doesn't always work, and sometimes it gets frustrating because put in two things that don't work together, but you really want them to work together and they don't, and you can't let go of it. So there's some of the downsides to sort of mashing so much stuff together.
You got to be creative sometimes. You got to find ways to make it fit, I guess.
Speaking of mashing and being creative,
yes,
and a great segue to another question I have. One of your EPs, Escape from Ultra City.
Oh yeah,
comes with an ebook.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, you're part of that little clique of artists that release music and then includes something to read along with it.
Yeah. I don't know if you got the chance to actually read that, Jules, but I thought the ebook turned out pretty well. It's a sci-fi, sort of apocalyptic adventure. This young guy gets transported through his 1980s VCR into this world where all the people are uploaded, and sort of has to figure out how to free himself. But that's the Escape from Ultra City is the soundtrack to that that story. And in my daytime hours, I'm a professional writer and write books and things like that. So
there it is.
So sort of a natural thing. Like I'm like, oh right, I should probably tell this story that I'm thinking about while I'm writing this soundtrack thing. So
I love that.
But Millennium Falcon actually mastered that one, and he was tremendous to work with, and really helped bring together that sound. So hopefully, some kind of post Blade Runner sounding cyberpunk type.
It sounds
type
like
music.
the sequel to Turbo Kid.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know what? There's another artist, Pattern Shift.
Oh yes,
who's written several ebooks.
I know.
Actually, novellas, because you can get them on Amazon.
Yeah, you can. They're pretty long, and they're great. Rights of the Renouncer. If you guys ever get a chance to check it out, it's really good. It's good sci-fi, and I started reading. I think it was on chapter 4, but I just got lost in so much stuff, and I got to get back to it.
36 hours in a day.
There's only, I think, 24.
I think there's less. I think it's like 5 hours.
I mean,
that's what it feels like.
half the life, I spend 18 hours sleeping, and then I wake up, and then I don't know, my kids need food or something, I give them some food, and then
you gotta feed them.
I got a little bit of time for video games, and after the video games are done, then I got to do this show, this data synth stuff. God, it never ends. And then I have a little bit, maybe 20 minutes to my life, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna read a book.
Well, for those of you with 36 hours in a day, like Jonny Fallout.
Yes.
I put the link to Escape from Ultra City on the Bandcamp link in the chats. Yeah. Get yourself some good music and read a little ebook.
Get yourself
check it out.
A book and read it. All right.
We got more stuff to talk about real quick. Let's see. Ooh, I know. Well, hey, we briefly touched on this earlier.
Yes.
You signed with Retro Reverb Records.
The Reverbers. Yes, that is them.
That is super exciting. I'm the label mates over there, and Cole and the team are tremendous.
Alex, Cole, and again.
And Alex and everybody, and I don't know. I'm stoked to be a part of that, and really looking forward to putting together Cyber Ethereal 2 for release with
very nice
with Retro Reverb Records, and hopefully getting that done as quickly as I can.
Do you have a tentative date for that, month?
Early summer is sort of the if you wanted to throw a dart or something and see if you can get it.
Throw a synthwave dart at the synthwave calendar.
Right. Yeah. Something like that. It's a little unknown, but probably got half of the songs in some kind of shape. So now I just need to work my way through the other half. See what happens.
Well, very cool. All
right.
I'm excited to hear.
What's that? Quick shout out.
Oh, more shout outs?
Eric C. Powell.
Hey, Eric. All right.
From Austin, Texas. And we've also been joined in the IRC chats by Sky Yamaha.
Hey, Sky Yamaha.
We're going to be hearing a track at the end of the show.
Indeed.
Sky Yamaha. And also Rose W. over on YouTube.
Ah, Rose.
Welcome back.
My gal. I love it. Yeah, she's kind of a regular, I think she's from, I already forgot. I think she's from Canada. I might be wrong. Wouldn't be the first thing that I was wrong about today. I'm just going to throw it out there. She's from Canada. She can correct me.
Oh, by the way, Johnny, you mentioned, I don't know, so you're working on Cyber Ethereal 2, but you mentioned an EP as well.
Yeah. So
you drop 4 or 5 EPs a year?
Yeah, I think this year, I don't I have no idea. But yeah, working on the EP, it's still sort of in its genesis, but it's going to be more more 80s kind of ballads, kind of along the lines of if you know the track, I see it in your eyes, Galaxies from Cyber Ethereal, kind of along those lines. Sort of the high school dance floor, at least for me, right, was defined by those songs, and just really trying to capture those teenage years when everything was so important, and seeing that person across the dance floor was so like life-changing, right? Like, so those are moments that you don't get again because you're an adult and like you've been through it a lot, right? But when you're a teenager, they make it it's so important and it's so meaningful, and so trying to capture some of that sense that was always defined by music and lights and dancing and all those things. I think that's what I'm going to try to capture in that EP.
Awesome. I think that's why a lot of us in synthwave we long for that kind of nostalgia, those feelings that we don't necessarily get that often anymore.
Yeah, it's
no, and it's not it's not a bad thing. It's nice to nice to be
it can't be a kid all.
Right. Yeah, I
I
wouldn't want to experience it again, because it's good and bad, right? You got both.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you try to think back at the good memories. You don't want to think about the time you're pushed into a locker and like closed it and locked in your locker for like 3 hours, and the principal has to come and let you out, and then you got the whole school looking and laugh, and then you fall and trip over because they tied your shoelaces together. Well, sorry, it's not too personal, I guess. I'm sharing too much.
No, it's all good.
But no, absolutely, it's a wonderful journey. I love your stuff. I love the sounds and just the imagery in the music, and the vocals are just so sultry and wonderful, and just good feeling, man. It's like that, it's that cyberpunky vibe, but it's, you want to dance and you want to fall in love and experience all those emotions all at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's spot on, and hopefully, as I work up the live set and try to get that going too.
Look at you! It's like you're reading our script.
Yeah, you're reading our. That was our last question about the live.
I was wondering if you're gonna do some live.
Yeah, I think so. I think the first thing I'm going to do is, so one of the things I do is I run a design studio, and we've got this really wonderful hall that we use right now for all the designers are in it, but it used to be a performance hall. So
oh wow!
I think I'm going to do, at least my plan anyway, is to try to do like a live show with that's videoed, so I can either use it for streaming or have just have it up on YouTube, that kind of thing. So I think I'm going to try to work out the kinks in the live show, and then film the whole thing. So I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that, but that is the plan.
That'll be awesome. And in fact, if you ever really start to make some headway with the live playing, I think maybe someday Neon might happen again. I don't know, but that's
Neon Rose, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say Neon Retro Fest, because that's right up a little bit north of you. But yeah, Neon Rose, I guess, is hopefully going to be coming as well. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, it's funny because all my live playing experience, like the majority of it, was all jazz and rock, right? So lots of improvisation and not as much, sort of the fixed music that you'd hear from an electronic set. So I'm going to definitely incorporate some improvisation and soloing and all that stuff, because that's what I know how to do versus like just having, letting the tracks run. Just going to see how far I can push it. So we'll see how that goes.
one more question, and then we're going to be jumping into some more music and some more fun stuff. But your name is interesting. I don't know if that's, I mean, your real last name can't be Fallout. I'm just guessing.
No, it's very close to that though. And the reason I have that name is I told you I did industrial bands, and one of the things that I decided to do in my poorly informed youth was to bleach my normally black hair to blonde.
Oh, so wow. I've done that.
Yeah, so if you did that in the 90s, I don't think the things they used to make that happen were very safe. And I kind of came out of the salon with more like a straw color to my hair, and it was very crispy. And so my guitarist saw me and just couldn't stop laughing. And he said, great. "You're Jonny Fallout."
Oh my God, that's perfect.
And because my hair was bright sort of straw yellow, and was very crispy.
So the dye had radium in it or something.
It was just a poor choice. However, I did enjoy the look for a while. But that name has sort of stuck
in there, done that.
Yeah, you got the name from it too. So
by the way, perfect little segue. Dennis, Rose is from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, I messed that up too.
Speaking of Fallout.
Oh my God, I knew that too. I knew it was either Las Vegas or Canada. For some reason, it was like a familiar place.
Vegas, Canada.
Something. I'm sorry, Rose. I'm just I gotta write this stuff down really honestly. But I'm just a dude from New Jersey that can't get his shit together. But hopefully, I don't know, someday I'll get it together. Let's, what do we got? Music?
Ooh.
We got some more music?
Track.
All right.
So we're going to move on to a Polish artist, Time Driver, who dropped a new EP called Distance. It's got 4 amazing tracks on it, and this is the 3rd one from the EP. It's called Power Without Perception, and you're listening to it right here on Night Ride FM.
All right, once again, that was Power Without Precipitation by Time Driver.
Perception. Well, I mean, it could be precipitation if you want.
I'm done.
Well, you know what? I think poor Time Driver misspelt it on the in the metadata, anyways.
Is that what it is? It's also that and the fact that I just can't read either. So that's great. How many things? What are we on? 5 things I messed up. Names.
Oh wait, we're counting
songs. I don't know. I thought we keep a tally.
By the way, shout out to Dragonweed who joined us in the IRC.
Shout outs. Thanks for listening. And yes, so I know before we go into our next thing too, you wanted to mention a little thing, Jules?
Yeah. So we got a lot of music, so we're gonna jump you guys into another track real quick. But first, I want to mention everyone knows Forged in Neon, Ashley, over in Ireland. She is unleashing the 4th Sector tomorrow. It's a collaboration with Pop Art Avenue. I believe it's a video podcast.
Cool.
So yeah, the first episode will be out tomorrow. So keep your eyes on that.
Very good, very good. All right. Now we have another tune here. We're going to squeeze another track in for you guys because we still have a bunch. We have a boatload of tunes. So we're going to go ahead and play this. We're going to come back. We're going to have some album releases. We're going to talk some more with Johnny. It's going to be fun. We're going to roast some marshmallows and just have a grand old time.
All right. You know what? So UK and Seattle duo Glitterwolf. We know.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, Mike Orvis. Never heard of
him. Mike? Who?
For those of you who don't know, it's the voice behind our very own
Reinhold.
Lord Reinhold.
It's a little secret fact there. And plus he does some other voices as
something
well.
Asparagus Reinhold.
I love Mike. Mike is like one of my favorite people nowadays.
He's talented, man. And he's a comedian too, so that lends itself well.
Yeah.
And the other half of Glitterwolf is Ethereal Delusions out of the Washington State area near Seattle. So yeah, the two of them, they've got a new single out. It's haunting and at the same time evocative. This is Words Left Unsaid by Glitterwolf right here on Night Ride FM.
I'm only here for the final thing on my mind. I'm gonna bare my soul, then leave. What are you here for? And what are you still doing? This place was ours to roam, now lost in time. that you're holding is just a flash of hope that I'd stay. Just let the sound fall, tumbling through your fingers. It's a fact you should know. Nothing new can go. I want you to want me for who I am. I want you to want me for who I am. I hope someday you can understand. I want you to want me for who I am. I want you to want me for who I am. I want you to want me for who I am. I hope someday you can understand. I want you to want me for who I am. I want you to want me for who I am. For who I am. For who I am. For who I am. I want you to want me for who I am. Man, I hoped that I really won't come to this, but you left me no choice. You abandoned yourself with your foolishness, so now hear my place.
And once again, that was Words Left Unsaid by Glitter Wolf. I got that right.
Yep. Yeah, and that was Mike Orbis on the vocals there.
Yeah, I love it. It's got that Robin-esque kind of feel
You've
to
got
it.
to show me love.
Yeah, boom.
Some early
boom,
90s
boom,
dance.
Boom, boom, boom. I just I want to rave out at Johnny's Warehouse to that song.
Yeah. There you go.
That'd be
We'll
great.
run some more extension chords and
Yes, a few
Yeah.
more extension chords, and we're ready. We're ready to rave it out. Great stuff. Great tunes. So many great tunes, great albums. And speaking of, you know what? Speaking of great albums, why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the album releases we've had coming out.
Sure.
What do you think?
Back on March 20th, The Institute 91 dropped an album called Sanctum.
Very good.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You want to take the next bunch there?
Oh, yeah, we're going on and off. All right, so
Yeah.
March 25th. Did that passed already?
Yeah, that was last Friday.
We have came out The Future Kids, 80s Dreams. Yes, great track right there. Love it. And we have Trevor Something, The Death of album.
Yeah, that's his last album apparently.
Doesn't he
Those
die
are-
like every?
Well,
album,
yeah, I
feel
mean,
like?
Trevor Something doesn't exist.
He doesn't
right?
exist. He's not here.
I don't know.
He's never.
He posted this is his
never
last
been
album.
here.
Who knows
His last.
if he's like, I don't know. Maybe he's like Future Cop. He's like, oh, I'm done with synthwave,
I think so.
and then give him a year and he'll be back.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got Gabriella Marcia with Nostalgic Run. Very good. And Dead Life. Yes, I love that album. Fantastic stuff. Tortured Waters. That came out on New Retro Wave. Go and get that album. Just buy it. Don't even it's Dead Life. What else do you
Dead
need?
Life. Yeah, you don't even have to listen to it.
No. Well, you listen to it, but
I mean, yeah.
after you buy it. Just buy it
After
first.
you buy it, yeah.
Buy
don't
first,
listen to it before, 'cause-
listen later. That's
Yeah,
our
exactly.
motto. That's what we always say.
All right, you know what? March 26th, last Saturday, L'Avenue dropped his new album, L'Ectrique. So yeah, a new album by L'Avenue called L'Ectrique.
And Jules went out and Levied how many copies
Yeah,
of it?
I bought a Le Poster and a Le Vinyl and a Le, you name it.
A Le cassette.
And as we said, L'Avenue, he's got the aesthetic down
Yeah,
pat.
he nailed it.
And as we were mentioning earlier with Johnny, he did the album cover for Terrible Investments,
Yep, he
the
did.
compilation.
Groovy stuff.
Le Terrible Investments. All right.
That's the French wave version that's coming.
That's it. French wave for I think
April
it's a thing.
1st, which this Friday,
Yes.
Elixir and Nelio are dropping a new single called Undercurrents. And if you're tuned into Karin's show yesterday, you would have heard it.
Indeed.
And you know what? It's actually got a little bit of a country sound to it.
Really?
But yeah, it's amazing. The vocals, lyrics, and Nelio's guitar work in it, just incredible. So yeah,
Very good.
Undercurrents, the single by Elixir and Nelio. That comes out. And then, oh yeah, a new single by Sandra Gavin drops on Friday as well, called Hard Times. And if you were listening to Karin's show, once again, you would have heard that because she had Elixir and Nelio and Sandra Gavin on her panel yesterday.
Very
So
nice.
there we go. She got April 1st covered for you. Finally, let's see. Let's see. I got one more to say here. April 15th, Bunny X is dropping their Young and in Love the Remixes album.
This is exciting.
If I got that vinyl finally. It came in the mail like last week. Finally. So yeah, the remixes. I can't wait for that.
It's by the Wild Crew, right? Yeah, this is the one, right?
Yeah. This is the one. It's got. There's a song in particular for those of us who have been lucky enough to hear it. One of the songs is remixed by System Glitch, and I'm telling you right now, this song is gonna blow up.
It's
I'm not gonna say. I'm probably not allowed to say anymore. So
It's popping fresh, as the kids say.
Oh, it's if you like your New Jack and your Janet Jackson and forget. Yeah, you'll find out.
You're gonna love it. All right, so we also have Zach Vortex. That is coming out in May 1st. That's a little bit of a ways off, but we're gonna promote it early because why the hell not? Miami Squeeze 2. That is an album. Mm-hmm. And May 2nd, we have Isidore with Portals and Dimensions. So 2 cool albums coming out in May. And yeah, I'm sure a few more.
Z's popped into the chat. So we have to behave ourselves. But he just reminded me, somebody named Carpenter Brood is dropping a new album.
Ah, yes.
On April 1st, I believe. Yeah, Friday. So yeah, I've never heard of them, but
yeah, I vaguely. I'm just kidding. It's Carpenter Brood. That's another no-brainer. You just buy it.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago they dropped a single with that features Alex from Gunship singing on it.
Yeah, very good.
There you go.
I know those guys.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Gunship keeps begging to be on our show, but we gotta.
They are knocking down our doors, and I'm just like, guys, come on! How many times are you gonna ask to be on our show? Like,
I know. We're kind of busy, right? We got real artists.
We got real guests to interview here.
Speaking of real artists, our guest Johnny, I want to keep you like involved here. Do you want to give us all your socials? I was talking to you. You're one of my favorite artists. I love when artists make sure that all their social addresses or aliases are the same.
Yeah, we aim to please. So it's Jonny Fallout. So that's JonnyFallout. You can find me on the Twitter machine. That's probably the one I'm most active. Instagram, also, and of course,
Facebook.
The Facebook.
Yeah, the Facebook. And you're on SoundCloud. You're on Bandcamp. You
That's
can find
true.
Jonny Fallout on Spotify and all the streaming services. I'm sure.
Backpack.
Hey, do you use DistroKid for pushing stuff?
I do. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, you're gonna like all the other distribution services. You'll find Johnny on your Apple, iTunesy music stuff and your Deezers. Does anybody use Deezer?
I think that's a
No.
European service. Yeah.
Okay, because I know like there's some folks love the title.
I do like the name. It's a really cool. I feel like it's a bunch of like geezers using it though. Like
Deezer.
I guess
Deezer
I don't
for
know.
users?
Like that's what it seems like to me. It seems like just like a bunch of these old people who can't figure out Spotify, so they just like use Geezer. It's great. I don't know. That's just what pops into my head. I'm sorry. Did I just derail everything again?
No. I was reading the IRC chat, so System Glitch was talking about stuff, and I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I didn't go wrong by him by promoting this remix he does.
System Glitch. Anything that System Glitch touches is gold. It really is. In fact, we have another track lined up in a little bit. We're gonna play. that he has touched, and it is gold.
Yes. You know what? Good idea. We got to move with the music because I know we have some of the artists in the chat.
Keep it moving, man. Keep it grooving. Let's
Those
do
artists
this.
probably want to hear their tracks really, really bad because, when you're producing a track and you've heard it like a million times, you want to hear it again.
Yes, that's all they want to do. Listen to it.
Here, you can lead us into this next track.
All right, so if we're going off by the script here, from Belgium, Outland recording artists, the Future Kids, they have dropped an incredible new album called 80s Dreams. It is soaked with synth and neon sounds. Here's a little track called BMX Chase by the Future Kids right here on Night Ride FM. Once again, that was BMX Chase. That was the album Mix by the Future Kids. Yeah. It's got that French touch sound. I like that.
From the album 80s Dreams. The whole album is really, really good. It's just, I guess, pure synthwave, as pure as it can get.
It's pure as
once again
snow or something.
Good old Outland Records.
That's it. Go buy that one. Just buy it. Don't look. Don't listen. Just buy.
Take our word for it. When we give you an artist and an album, just buy it.
Yes, that's it. It's all about trust, Jules. Mm-hmm. Our listeners trust us to give them the best.
Simply the
birthdays.
Best. It's getting late.
Birthdays in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and do some happy birthdays. What do you think, Mr.
Sure.
Neon
Oh,
Fox?
you know what? Quick shout out to one of our regular listeners who's popped into the YouTube chat, Adam Morgan. Hello, Adam.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, birthdays. Let's do some birthdays.
All right, let me kick it off.
Kick off. You kick off something.
So, speaking of Thunder Porpoise, he actually did this little happy birthday ditty that I'm playing right now. So, shout out to Thunder Porpoise and happy birthday. Alex Lightspeed, happy birthday to you. And a happy birthday to Ashley. All birthdays on the 28th. That was a couple days ago.
Yep.
And April 1st, Morocco, Destro.
April 2nd, we've got Heartbeat Hero. Everybody knows Heartbeat Hero. He's got his own little funky video podcast. He has guests on. He's a producer. Great guy. April 3rd, we've got Karen from Data Fatale, who's celebrating her birthday, as well as Midnight Fury. And Heriberto Martinez, graphic artist.
Glad you got that.
I think he did one of the album covers for our very own The Vampire.
Yeah, very good. And April 5th, Andrew Lacint. And we have Alex Lothar, which is AOFD, owner of the various mega playlists, such as Synthwave from Space. So he's a big playlister. Good dude. Mm-hmm. And that's it, right? I think.
Yep.
Very good. Happy birthday to everyone. Johnny, when's your birthday?
Oh, that's in October, so
yeah,
little bit.
Hang on.
Ways off.
I'm making a note of that.
Type it in.
Yep. And what his favorite drink and what side of the bed he sleeps on. Yep, got it.
Into the stalker sheet. It's the stalker sheet.
The Synth Stalker database.
Indeed. Yes, speaking of databases and IRCs and terminals and stuff like that, like didn't somebody our good buddy Stan, I think he said something about the IRC terminal. Maybe something should be typed in tonight if you did hear the bit. And I don't know. I didn't exactly hear what he was saying, but he came to some epiphany with some phrase. And if you put that into the IRC, I'm just saying we have a little thing. It's totally not an ARG. Totally not an ARG. Yeah.
I'm typing in totally not an ARG. Let's see what happens.
It's like not a cult. Hashtag not a cult.
Not a cult.
And this whole, type it into Dr. Schultz's terminal is not an ARG. There is not a prize at the end at all. Don't even worry about it and just keep moving on with your life. Speaking of moving on, we have another track. You want to go ahead and put a word out as to who this is and what they do and all that good stuff?
Hells yeah. So friend of the show, Kal-El Jagger, who I believe is still in the IRC from New York, has released this fresh single, and it features the production skills of one Mr. System Glitch and the mastering skills of one Mr. Von Herzog. And the graphic, I didn't even know he could do graphic arts, but the artwork of Gaz from Honeybeard.
What?
So yeah, Kal-El Jagger did real good here.
She did good.
So this is called Faith Lost in Space by Kal-El Jagger right here on Night Ride FM.
When you feel you've drifted, giving up in space, dig inside and listen, the inner voice of faith.
Once again, that was Kal-El Jagger with Faith, Lost in Space, with help from System Glitch on that one. Great.
Yep.
Great little mix. He's doing some of the background vocals, too, on that one. I don't know if you noticed that.
I believe some of the guitar.
And some of the other stuff. He's a good dude. Good stuff.
Great tune, guys.
Great tune. All right. Speaking of great tunes and great music and great touring and events and bad segues, let's go ahead and do some of our touring and events. What do you think?
Yeah.
Start
do
off
it.
with.
Unfortunately, we don't have a hard date yet for when Mr. Jonny Fallout's going to be live. But
yeah, we'll keep you posted.
Trust us to let y'all know.
Yep, indeed.
Definitely.
We'll be the first to let you know. But one group that is indeed touring around, in fact, I saw them last week once again, The Midnight, doing their North American, also their London, Glasgow, and Dublin. And I think they just added a new one of a show in Brighton. So look at those guys.
I have a feeling they might add a few more, too, because they canceled a bunch of European venues.
Yeah.
And they whittled it down to just London, Glasgow, and Dublin. Now they've added this Brighton. I have a feeling if you're going to pack up your whole band and go all the way over to Europe,
right,
you wouldn't just do 4 shows, right?
Right. You just sneak another one in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we'll find out. If we find out, you guys will be the first to know. Another big. I just stole your spot here, Jules. I'm just going to roll with it here.
Go ahead.
March 23rd, another big artist. March 23rd through May 15th is the Magic Sword and Dance with the Dead North American tour. So that sounds like a fantastic little ride. You can go see them play.
That's the one that features, and I forget to put this in here, but it features Das Mortal as a supporting act.
Yep.
For both the Americans and the Canadiens.
And if you're lucky to see them in Baltimore, you get to see Thrill Killer, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's actually Megatronics.
Megatronics, yes.
Yep.
Yes. So there you
go.
go.
So yeah, it's going to be Dark Rob and Power Rob.
The Robs.
That's good. Yeah, what an amazing show that'll be.
Very good. What else we got here?
Okay, well, Friday, over in Stockholm, we had Robert Parker on the show a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, he's going to be performing with his buddy Wave Shaper and Fool and Neon Knox at the Fulan.
I love when you say that. Can you say that again?
What did he say? Is it Fulan? I can't. I already forgot how to say it.
I just like it the way you say it. Because you say you say everything like French, but I don't think it's French.
No, I'm trying to be Swedish, but it ain't working.
That's okay.
Yeah, what's next, Dennis?
So we have in Atlanta. Oh, this looks like a good gig. I'd love to drive down there on April 7th. This is the Terminus Retro Wave with Lucy in Disguise, System 96, Navigator. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Navigator. And Mark Warren. So a nice little mix of synthwave artists. June 10th, we have, in fact, we just spoke to Diamond Field last week. In New York City, Diamond Field, Bunny X, Parlor Magic, and Stereo Off is going to be in New York City on June 10th. What else?
Oh, that's awesome. So, what else? The August 18th to November 6th. Z mentioned this artist before. I think maybe I might go check them out. Carpenter Brute is on a world tour.
Yeah.
I hear they're pretty good live. Never heard any of their tunes, but I'll check it out. That's August 18th to November 6th.
And if you wear your Gunship shirt, then you get a bonus SynthFam prize. I don't know. Not really. There's always one guy. There's always one guy at the Carpenter Brute show with the Gunship shirt. And that's usually me.
For sure.
It's usually me. Dance with the Dead Europe tour with guest Daniel Deluxe. Now that is a killer lineup right there. So go check that out if you're in Europe.
September 9th to October 22nd. So.
Yeah, that's it. It's going on there.
I guess Magic Sword isn't following them across the sea, but I don't know.
Yeah, Daniel Deluxe.
Yeah, can't go wrong with him.
It's not too bad of a swap, Faux show. So let's go ahead and we got a couple more tunes to drop on here before you go on to your Betty Buys. So let's drop this next track here from my main man. I'm just going to roll into it, Jules, here. This is Dark Smoke Signal. UK artist Dark Smoke Signal has teamed up with German producer Connor to create this new track called Watch 'Em Burn, which features snippets and sounds of The Running Man. Oh, I love that movie. Yeah. And it should be releasing this Friday, but you are hearing it nice and early right here on Night Ride FM. So here it is. Enjoy.
In person,
Yeah, there it is. In your face.
Talk about in your face, man. That blew my headphones off.
I swear it's not me. It's not me. I play them at the same.
Connor,
the software does the auto
Connor.
level.
Connor makes pretty intense music, and
Yeah.
Dark Smoke Signal's all about the dark thumpy thump.
Yeah. So there it is, man. I mean, if you still have a face left, that you thoroughly rocked it out. Congratulations. You win a prize.
Yep.
Good on you. So, I guess we're getting close to the end of the show. We have one more track we're going to play here, but before we do, I guess we go into, this is the part where we tell you to go give us money, and subtly, ever so subtly, no, we do have a Patreon, and, everything that we do on Night Ride FM is free, 24/7 synthwave music, but, we do have some people that would like to give a little to support the cause. Servers are not cheap, and I know my man Z.
Until Z finds a way of hacking one of the clouds, and then
he's gonna hack
he'll
the
spin up as
cloud.
many servers as he wants.
That's right. He's gonna hack Amazon, I think, next.
Yep.
And so if you guys want to support, you can always go to patreon.com/NightRideFM, and if you would like to support the State of Synth, you can always go to, what is it?
The stateofsynth.com.
Yes, stateofsynth.com. You can get show notes and all the information on that. You can also click in the top right-hand corner, buy us a beer. Buy us a beer. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. What? Shout out to our latest Patreon.
Yes.
Thomas Zagani.
Thomas.
Zagani, yeah.
Thomas.
Yes.
Zagani. Yes. Thank you so much for your Patreon support. Thank you so much for all the people that support us on Patreon. You guys don't know that, man, we wouldn't be here. We would not be here without your support. So thank you so much. And yeah, that is our show, The State of Synth. Don't forget to go to The State of Synth and, I don't know, try to find that terminal. Maybe put in that phrase that Stan told you about, and maybe get a little something at the end. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I never said anything.
Sure.
It's not an ARG. That is our show. Thank you so much for listening, and we want to thank our very special guest, Jonny Fallout. Thank you so much
for having
coming
me.
out, man.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Thank you for sticking around too.
Thanks for dealing with me.
And
appreciate that.
We cannot wait. So, is the Cybertherial 2 coming out before the EP, or the other way around?
Cybertherial 2 is next in the pipeline, and then the EP after that. Yep.
All right, and once again, your socials, it's Jonny Fallout, Johnny without an H. And you can find Johnny on all the socials. I'm popping them into the chat right now. Twitter, and Bandcamp, and Facebook, and SoundCloud, and Instagram, and on and on and on and on and on.
There it is.
Awesome. Yeah.
Follow. Bye.
Exactly.
And speaking of bye, we're done.
By the way, that's
Bye.
a good one. By the way, sorry. By the way, Johnny, your Bandcamp, you have the option to buy discography. I noticed that today. So yeah, it
Ooh.
makes it really easy.
That does make it easy. I love when artists do that, and I can just it's great.
Boom.
Yeah, we got Bandcamp Friday coming up too.
Ah, yes. So save that until Friday.
There you go. Very good.
Thanks again, Johnny, for being with us.
Yeah, that was terrific. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And yeah, next time you play live, let us know so we can come out and support you. And if you ever get the warehouse back, we could hold some massive, awesome raves. And I know a few artists that might be able to play there, so we'll make it a thing.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, thank you so much for listening. Of course, thestateofsynth.com, Night Ride FM. You guys are the best.
Yeah, and
I really appreciate it.
You know what? I think we're going to play everyone out with this nice chill tune from Arizona artist Sky Yamaha, who is in the IRC. Known for doing his lovely chillwave and vaporwave tunes. And this song is called Mimicry from the new album Rituals by Sky Yamaha. From all of us at Night Ride FM, have a great night.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.